morning, morning, niños. Uh, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Shouty John Wick, or Jose. I don't fucking know. Call me whatever. But hey guys, this is gonna be another special video. I was planning to play a scary game, but I said to myself, let's just do this for fuck's sakes. What could go bad, you know? I just tell a story about myself, a piece of a story. A piece of a story. And some of you might say in your head, I don't fucking care. Then please, with all due respect, the door is right there. You could leave in your own will. I don't know what made you click this video. So if you don't want to hear my bullshit story, I'll give you a moment to leave. But for those who are still here and just want to know me better, get to know me better, let me just tell you a piece of my story. Um, I was planning to tell my story of probably how how was my elementary school and how was it. Um, I could say this though. I will probably upload a scary video of me of, of a gameplay because I'm just gonna try. Like I said, I'm gonna try something new here and there. But hello guys who are new to this channel. Um, the story I'm gonna tell you is about my elementary, and to start off is after I came out my parents' womb, fresh out the womb. Moments passed, the time has made its approach to me go to pre-K. At pre-K, I can remember was that I used to be that kid that probably slept a lot, but mostly was a bit of picky and probably probably that person that was always like stuff to myself, selfish in a sense. Cause I do remember I was playing with a bunch of blocks back then. That was back in pre-K. Um, what else? At that time, uh, after pre-K, I went to elementary, first grade. Nothing much happened except I think I got into an addiction called Pokemon. No, yeah, Pokemon. That was my first game when I found a bunch of friends that actually was into Pokemon. And that was like about when we were moving into second grade or third. Um, After I played it, wow, I'm surprised that I even remember this. But Pokemon was a short period of time I played for. I played also Bayukugan. It's like a little ball, a robotic animal, and then the card that you have is magnetic. And once you place the little ball and once you like throw inside it to card, the card is so magnetic that it will attract the ball that has a bottom of it, and it will like open and pop up like a Jack in the Box type. And I remember that after that I was playing a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, not too much. And after that, pretty much it. Yeah, those are the games I was playing much. Back in the day, though, I know we were supposed to play Pokemon with energy cards, but I didn't really give a fuck about those. We played without them, to be honest with you. Um, Besides that, though, everything else was pretty much easy to find. I mean, there was a girl that I liked, but I don't want to say her name. But we're just gonna give it. I mean, why not? Fuck it. Her name was Karima. I remember her. She was pretty. She was pretty tall, skinny. She was Dominican. She was a girl that I actually kind of liked throughout third through fourth, fifth grade. That whole time, I don't remember she had a boyfriend or anything. I mean, I always was approaching to her and talking to her here and there, and then just leave. I didn't make no moves, supposedly. Pretty much it. I do remember that. I had a school a lunch lady that she was so grumpy all the fucking time. But I know that's not her actual character. Now I think about it, but back then she was so grumpy. Like if you just look at her, she would just look at you back with that scrawny face, like what you doing, you little school, like you little mutt or some shit like that. And every time I looked at her, I was like, damn, what kind of man will date you or marry you? You fucking ugly. And I'm talking like she looked like that mean fat lady from that movie with the little girl that she has like telekinesis and she was adopted. Well, not adopted. Well, she was adopted in the end of the movie by the teacher and they went to a bad school. I forgot about that movie. Total fuck. But she was like that teacher. She was super. I don't want to say mean. She was super loud. She could she could just scare you with her normal voice, and her normal voice is just that speaking, not that loud. She was really ice skinned. I remember my musician teacher. She looked like the musician artist named Abel, Annabelle. Yeah, like her. She looks like her literally, but literally fat. Um, Back then I used to play the trumpet for a small amount of time. I mean, when I first played it and was getting good over time, I had friends and families telling me they were encouraging me to keep playing the trumpet more and be a musician and do this and be that. But at at one moment, I just said to myself, "Why am I doing this?" Because, long story short, I kept playing trumpet till middle school, and then that's pretty much it. I quit the music team, and I pretty moved on with my life. Music well, playing instruments wasn't much my thing back then. It was okay. I played the graduation show piano. It wasn't even that special. It was like three of me and one piano, but that piano was like, I'm talking like a long, like foot long piano. Like I'm talking 6 foot. It felt when I was well for me when I was a kid. It felt like 6 foot. But now I think about it back, it was pretty. It was pretty much an average, but it was pretty big when I was a kid. I can remember that for sure. Um, we were playing Forever Young. When I first heard about that song, I wanted to do some research and digging, and I found out that that was a song from Kanye. If I'm wrong, correct me, but that was a song from Kanye, and we were playing like the kids pop type version, not the Kanye version. We were just like repeating it sequential for our elementary graduation. Um, what else I remember? There was a lot of awkward moments between fifth grade and fourth grade, cause there was like another girl I knew that I was growing up, and she walked into my graduation, and it was pretty awkward. Cause well at that time when I was in third and fourth grade, she was in my school too. Till when I finished, well, till she reached middle school, and then she just moved on with her life. Um, but but the one thing I can remember I did a lot was in fourth grade. Fourth grade, I would when I would be getting in trouble by mostly talking to my friends because the one thing that my teachers kind of like always did to me back then was move me chairs to chairs because every time they move me, I'll just find someone to talk or something to do to distract myself. I will paint the desk table or talk to a person that I'm meeting or oh no friend or anything. And every time I would interrupt the class, even we had like a small time period that our teacher would make everyone read and be quiet, and then they'll call our name by alphabetic order or I don't know how, but they'll be calling us one by one and they'll be testing us what's our reading level. I remember one day when they were doing that. Uh, uh, I think I was whispering or writing down letters, writing something on a piece of paper, and I was throwing it back and forth with someone. I forgot who. I think it was either Karime or a friend of me. I'm trying to remember right now. It was with someone that I knew, and I was making them laugh by doing something idiotic. But once I got in trouble, I always used to do this, that I would look at the teacher eye to eye, but I would not look at them eye to eye like in as in like, person just talking or, greeting each other. I would look at them and then make my two eyes cross each other. Cross each other like yeah, I'm disabled. I would make them cross each other and pretty much I would make them cross each other. And I remember I would have two teachers. One, like, it was like a it was a white um fat lady, and another one was skinny and tall. And the fat one, I forgot her name, but she always like catches me though, over, and because she was more like the rude one, and the skinny tall one was more of a nice kind approach. I liked it her more. I'm sorry if she sees this video, but I remember that she when she catches me, the fat one, she just comes at me with all red face, and she looked like a tomato, literally. And I'll sometimes laugh and giggle, and then she's like, "What are you laughing about?" And I'm like, "Nothing, nothing, ma'am, nothing." And then, but then when the kind teacher approached me, I would just usually do the cross-eye method to her, mostly because she doesn't get aggravated or flicked off or won't, come at me as much. Um, I was more of a troublemaker between third and fourth. Second grade, I've always wanted to be. I was that quiet one. First, I always wanted to just be not noticeable for first and second grade. Um, by my fifth grade, I remember a lot of things in the library, but not a lot of stuff in classes. I do remember that in libraries, we would have um, chairs. That's what they called, like, baggy sack of potatoes. They look like. Um, but I remember that there will be only three, specifically three or four, and they're all spread across in each corner of a huge ass carpet. And that carpet was used for visitors when they come in and they're, presenting something new or cool. But the thing is that every time we would have that period to go to the library, and if I remember correctly, we would have two periods, which was like about an hour and a half or close to two. And I remember that every kid will fucking kill each other just to sit on the fucking beanbag. Just to sit on the beanbag. I'll admit, I was one of them. But at first, I was one of them at first until one of the kids that literally sat like two kids was running at the same speed at the exact same time they took off. They were just like Sonic. They were just running. They were just running for their lives. I remember when they were running for the beanbag for the last one, because the other kids got one already. When the two kids reached at the finish line, they both sat on it, and the amount of pressure they did, they popped the fucking beanbag. And I remember it was leaking. It was leaking. It wasn't like a big, huge pop, but it was a small little crack that it was noticeable, because a lot of those the beanbags that was full of, like, I don't know what was filling it, but it was like, it looked like rice, to simply explain it. It was just like little balls of marbles, cotton or some shit like that, and it was just a bunch of them just falling out, and but like rapidly in a small tiny hole. It was like that, like try to make a hole on a plastic bottle, and just fill it with water, cover the hole, take it off, and it was like that, pretty much like that. And I remember from that day on, nobody had never been sitting on the chair. Well, more like there was only two beanbags chairs, because one popped, the other one I believe was tearing over age. if I can remember correctly. Yeah, it was. And the two left, one had to be stored away, and the other one was just used for specifically for gaming. And at that time, they started when I was about to graduate. We were a few like months away from graduating. They added a console. If I can remember the console, it was either a Wii U or they added computers because it was something that we could start using as a gaming, as specifically gaming, because it was a huge library. Um, Besides library, the books I so far remember I read was like Frog and Toad, uh, the Paper Thing Kid, the the little thing kid that he travels and becomes a ninja and stuff like that. Who else? The I pretty much yeah, that's pretty much it I can remember from. Oh, the Caliper book. The Caliper book, it was pretty fun, but I was more back then into the action book because a kid I knew, he looked I think his name was Jonathan. If I can remember correctly, his name was Jonathan back then. Me and him, he was my best buddy at that time because we would be mostly playing Roblox every after school. After school, I'll be, waiting till I be excited to get home, and then just use my mom phone quickly to text him real quick because he had his own phone at that time. I didn't, I was a little kid. I don't know about you, but I didn't have no phone back then. All right, this is a different time and era. But then back then, I would use my mom phone, text him personally, be like, "Hey, are you ready to play Roblox?" And if I can remember correctly, we will both be playing mostly Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, yeah. Mostly Attack on Titan and a bit of role playing and tycoon games. A couple of tycoon games I can remember, but that's pretty much it. But so yeah, elementary school was more like a uh that's when my gaming started to like blast off at that time. That's when I started to get it hooked up to gaming. I think if it wasn't for that, I don't know what I'd be right now. I wouldn't know where I'd be if I didn't met him, that he introduced me to Roblox and having these games. Um, and he actually got me into anime, and more like a manga specifically because comic books and mangas two different things. But he was into Goosebumps manga and just anything that has drawing, um, books back then. And he would have, and every day he would be coming to school with at least two different volumes of Goosebumps and just one manga book of Dragon Ball Z or something like that. And then he'd just be coming in his backpack and he would just whip it out, place it in his desk on top of it, and then just puts it inside just to show off and flex it. I'd be back then. I'd be like, "Oh, can I read some? Can I read some?" He would just look at me. He's like, "No, I'm sorry, I just can't. After I finish reading it, then I'll let you read it." I remember he would let me read. Well, I wouldn't say technically read. He would just like make me speed run it like a good glimpse, and that's pretty much it. Um, there were the Goosebumps. I just like looked at the pictures because they had little pictures after chapters and chapters. The mangas I actually took my time and just looked at them and I was like, "Oh, that's dope. Oh, that's dope." Um, but that's pretty much it. That was pretty elementary. It's like it is in every kid. They that's their time to explore. Everyone's curious. Everything could be handed right in front of handed into front. Oh my God, I can't speak. Handed right in front of them, or either they discover it by themselves. And for me personally, everything was handed towards me of where I like right now and what are the things and the traits and things that I like to do. They've been handed down to me. I didn't discover them personally. I mean, I did in some way and form, but still, I was guided along the way, and it was pretty much a cool experience. Elementary was one of the decent um, school years, I could say. I got more to share, but I'll probably do another video. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, you know, watching my videos, my previous videos, not only this one. And you've been supporting me. Thanks you guys for, you know, watching. Give dropping a like, subscribe, and remember, I'll be dropping new videos every day. I'll be kind of late sometimes because my sleep schedule is kind of wonky at the moment, but I'll try to fix it. Besides that, I'm gonna have a new scary video. Might do more of these story times. I might do something new, like it's like this, but I might talk on categories specifically, how, you know, what are the times that we live in, time and era, what are some things that we changed, what are some things that we learned, you know, over time and year. I might do something. I'm just gonna try to be creative, you know, and just you know, see how it goes. I'm right now, I'm just spitballing at this point, spitting all ideas, but yeah, pretty much it. But from all that, I might also play a bit more of Apex videos and upload them mostly. But you'll expect some scary videos. Just trust me on that one. But um, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, leave the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later on the next one, or flip side, whatever. Yeah, just cut the clip already. Boom.